وسلم اللهم صل على محمد يا ربي صل عليه وسلم اللهم صل على محمد يا ربي صل عليه وسلم اللهم صل على محمد يا ربي صل عليه وسلم اللهم صل على محمد يا ربي صل عليه وسلم اللهم صل على محمد يا ربي صل عليه وسلم اللهم صل على محمد يا ربي صل عليه وسلم اللهم صل على محمد يا ربي صل عليه وسلم اللهم صل على محمد يا ربي صل عليه وسلم اللهم صل على محمد يا ربي صل عليه وسلم اللهم صل على محمد يا ربي صل عليه وسلم سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر. Do we have our stuff displayed on the screen? It's basically a document. It's compiled upon factors that breaks the fast. More of a Q&A. Does this break fast? And then they give you the answer. So if we can display the document, inshallah. Are we ready, Muhammad? Ready? Is it displayed? The document. Okay, khair, inshallah. Okay, khair, inshallah. So, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Allahumma aftah lana bil khair wa akhtim lana bil khair waj'al awaqiba umurina bil khair biyadika al khair wal afiyah innaka ala kulli shay'in qadir. Khair, inshallah, we are busy with the factors that breaks the fast. So before we go into this document, I want to first explain one principle, and then we will see how everything makes sense. So there's one principle that our ulama says, In Arabic, it's written, وصول العين وإن قلت من منفذ مفتوح غير ناسٍ ولا جاه يبطل الصوم. This is basically what breaks fast. And I want you to grasp this concept. Any tangible or physical object that reaches or through the openings, I'll give you what is the openings. Through any of the openings, if it reaches through any of these openings, without intentionally doing so, or doing so without having knowledge, then that breaks fast. Again, any tangible or physical thing that reaches or goes through specific openings. What is the openings? And I want you to remember these openings. The mouth, the nose, the ears, and the private parts. How many is there? 4. It is the mouth. So anything that goes through the mouth, it must be a physical, tangible thing. It goes through the mouth, it goes through the nose, it goes through the ears, or through the private parts. This will break fast. Are you with me? But it must be done without forgetful. So if a person does it unintentionally forgetful, and he does it with not having knowledge about it, then that specific thing will break fast. Okay? That's the rule. So again, anything that goes through the mouth, the nose, the ears, the private parts, these are the openings. If it goes through these openings, and you do it unintentionally, and it's done without knowledge, out of ignorance, then that will break the fast. Are you with me? Khair. Let's go to our first one. So you will see there on our document we have factors lying down. Does it invalidate fast? And if it invalidates fast, do we have to make qada of that fast? Do we have to pay kafara for that? Or does it not invalidate fast? And there's remarks. Okay? So the first one is, number one is eating or drinking forgetfully. And as mentioned in our qaida, in our rule, if a person done it forgetfully, does it break his fast? With our rule? No. Our rule is anything that reaches, go through the mouth, the nose, the ears, the private part, with a condition. A person mustn't do it forgetfully or out of ignorance. These two exceptions. If these two are not there, then it breaks the fast. Now let's go. So eating, drinking forgetfully, does it break the fast? No, it does not break the fast. Why is the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ said, that if a person, he breaks his fast, he eats and he drinks forgetfully. He eats and he drinks forgetfully, and then he remembers that, I'm fasting. His fast will be valid, and he should consider that something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has fed him, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has quenched his thirst with. Okay? So it don't break the fast. Number 2, tasting food. And another rule that I want to make mention is, where does it have to go past? According to our ulama in the Shafi'i madhab, by the makhraj of ha. Do we know where the makhraj of ha is? The makhraj of ha is the last year, ha and ha is here, just here. Ha and ha will be here. So if it passes that makhraj, then it breaks the fast. Are you with me? It must pass this makhraj of ha. Ha. You get the ghain, you get 6 letters in the throat, 6 letters. The last letter here, right down, is the ha in the ha. If you pronounce the letters, you will feel there's some vibration happening here in the throat. And they are called makharij al-huruf, where the letter originates from. So if it passes this stage, then it breaks. So a question comes, if it's on the tongue and it don't pass this stage, does it break the fast? Does it break the fast? So what we say, it must go past this stage here, the ha, the makhraj of the ha. When it goes past the makhraj of the ha, according to Ibn Hajar, he says the ha, if it goes past the ha, then it breaks the fast. Now, if it's only on the tongue, you taste it, it's only on the tongue, it does not break the fast. With the condition, you shouldn't swallow whatever you are tasting. So you taste it, especially for a female, if she makes food, she tastes it, okay, it's pro lekker, it's pro alright, and she spit it out. By the moment she swallows, then it breaks the fast. Okay, if it goes past the makhraj of ha. I have a picture here of the makharages, of where the letters originate. So you get ghain and kha here on top, the two get here, one place, and then you get ayn and ha, yes, ayn and ha here in the middle, and then the last one is alif and hamza. Okay, maf. So in the middle, basically, in the middle is the ha, maf. The middle is the ha. So if it's past the middle, then it breaks the. So tasting anything, you put it here on the tongue, does not break. Okay? Number 3, however, the ruling is, it is makruh. Makruh means it is disliked to do it. But if a person do it, will he be punished? Is there punishment involved? Definition of makruh, we said, if he leaves it out, he will get the reward. But if he does it, it's disliked. Okay? Then we go to oral medication. So any medication taken via we said that one of the manfad is the mouth. Any oral medication going through, it will break the fast, and not only break the fast, you will have to make qada of that specific fast. Okay? Then we go to the next one. Number 4, intentionally eating, drinking, or intercourse. So there's 2 things that we're looking for. 2 things. Drinking and eating is together. If you drink intentionally or eat intentionally, it breaks the fast, and you will have to make qada. Are you with me? But when it's intercourse, then it breaks the fast, and then you have to pay a kafara. Are you with me? And we mentioned last week, what's the kafara? We mentioned that a person will have to free a Muslimah, a mu'minah slave. And nowadays we don't have a slave. Then we go to the next option, which is fast for 60 days consecutively after each other. If a person, he breaks that fast, by the 59th day, he breaks the fast. Because he breaks the fast. Boom, you have to count again 60 days. However, ulama say, if it happens that the person becomes mad, or nifas and hayd for a female, but normally kafara is for a male. And if a person becomes sick, heavily sick, then some ulama says that, nope, it's okay, you don't have to start over, he can continue. Because the sickness is not in his control. So if a person have sexual intercourse forgetfully, does it break the fast? Remember, our thing here is forgetfully. So if you have intercourse forgetfully, he forgot he's fasting, now he have intercourse, and then he remembers, hey, I'm fasting. Does his fast break? No, his fast don't break. Remember, our thingy is forgetfully. If it's forgetfully, then no, doesn't break. Okay? And then we go to number 6. When sperm discharged due to sexual thoughts. So if a person think about it, and something comes out of the private part, that, because he's only thinking about it, there's a difference between thinking and touching and making an effort. Once the effort is done, and then the discharge comes out, then there's a different case. But here he's only thinking about it. So he's just thinking, whatever he's thinking, and then something came out, then his fast is not broken, it's still intact. Are you with me? But the moment he makes an effort, then it's going to be a problem. Here he's not making a physical effort. Maybe he's making an effort with his brains, yes. But even if you think about it, and some discharge comes out, his fast is still intact. Now let's see the next one, number 8, what I explained now. If it is discharge because of him touching his spouse, that's now a different thing. The first one is he's only thinking about it. The second one is he's thinking about it and he's making an effort. By him touching his spouse, and that is the reason, so he's making a physical effort, then his fast will break. Okay? Here they say, will invalidate fast if there is no cover between them. If it's skin to skin. So, so if it's skin to skin, so you just touch your wife and you walk past and you touch her, just Assalamu alaikum, and then something happened, that's not skin to skin. But if it's skin to skin, and you're doing some effort, more like a something before the action, then it will break the fast. Okay? And you will have to make qada. You will have to make qada. Will you have to make kafara here? Nope. No kafara. Kafara is only for the action itself, when you have the intercourse. Okay? Number 9, wet dreams. This is very important. People need to take note of this. Many people came to me and said, listen, yeah, I had a wet dream, so I'm not fasting. So when you have a wet dream, it's out of your control. Am I right? You go sleep, it's out of your control. So it does not invalidate fast. So a person who wakes up and he have a wet dream during the day, he takes a ghusl and he continue to fast. Okay? Masturbation with discharge. This is now making an effort. This is now a person is making an effort. So because he's making an effort, and the inzal happens, discharge happens, then he will break his fast and he will have to make qada. And the hukam is, it's haram to do this. It's haram to do this. So when a person is in major impurity condition, so for example, a person had relations with his wife the previous night, and he overslept for suhur and for fajr salah, and he's in a condition of impurity. Does it mean he mustn't fast? Or does it mean he must continue to fast? Does it break his fast? Are you with me? So in that period which he's supposed to fast, he's not doing the action itself. Are you with me? The action was done out of the period when he was supposed to fast. So that does not count in the period, and the person's fast will still be intact and it will not be invalid. Okay? Because why? The action was not done in the time. Remember, the most important thing is when the action is done in the time. When it's in the time from Subuh Sadiq to Maghrib. And then we go to number 12. Kissing with saliva, exchanging saliva. We have a certain way that we call it in Cape Town. But if there is an extra kiss where there's changing of saliva, then it breaks the fast, and it's also haram to do that. Okay? But if it, soos ons sal sê, 'n piksunsie, if it is a piksunsie, then no problem. But still the ulama say, listen, if it's a youngster, it's haram. Shouldn't do it. Stay away from it. Why? Because that can lead to something greater. Okay? So that breaks the fast if it's changing of saliva. It is haram to kiss one spouse if that will lead to sexual intercourse. Number 13, kissing without saliva. Now you just give a piksunsie, it doesn't break the fast, right? However, it is still haram for a young person, because when you young and you're newly married, then your desire is on a different level. You cannot control your desire easily. Are you with me? And hence, our ulama say it is haram for a person who's a young person. If it's an old person, ulama say it's okay, khair inshallah. As je nog bij hem te worry niet, khair barakallah fikum. And then we go to number 14. Swallowing one's own saliva. Your own saliva. That's part here, so it won't break the fast. When you put something foreign in, then it will break the fast. Something foreign that's not supposed to be there, then it's a different story. Wetness in mouth after rinsing the mouth does not break the fast. Mouth, I skipped number 15. Swallowing phlegm. However, if it is that you struggle, it cannot come out, but you struggle, but it went down, does not break fast. However, when you bring it up and then you swallow it, then it is going to be a problem, then it will break the fast. That's what means by intentionally. That is what means by intentionally. So what you do is, the phlegm is here, it cannot come out. You're struggling, but you swallow it by mistake. It doesn't break the fast. Okay? But now you bring it out, and then you swallow it again, it's going to be a problem. Okay? Then it breaks the fast. The wetness in the mouth after rinsing the mouth, it doesn't break the fast. Smelling of food doesn't break the fast. If you smell food, does something tangible enter you? Nope. Are you with me? So that's the rule. Think about the rule. If something tangible enters via your mouth, your nose, your ears, and your private part, then it breaks your wudu. There's another question. If it enters through your skin, will it break your wudu? Will it break your fast? If it enters your skin. You understand? That's why I say these 4 openings is very important. These 4 openings is very important. If you understand these 4 openings, even if something goes into your ear, your eyes, it does not break the fast. Because according to Shafi'i madhab, this is not considered to be an opening. Are you with me? They only consider 4, which is the nose, the mouth, the ears, and the private parts. Okay? However, if someone smells the food, there's nothing tangible. It doesn't go into the... Inhaling smoke or dust unintentionally. You're in an area where there's smoke or dust unintentionally, doesn't break the fast. Huh? Yeah, we will do that, inshallah. There is ikhtilaf on the masala, but the practice upon, when it comes to the pump, the practice upon verdict is that you don't use it. However, if there's a dire need, then some ulama will say, it's okay, use it. Okay? We'll come to that, inshallah. Inhaling odor or fragrance or something like that, which is visible, does not break the fast. Inhaling flowers does not break the fast. The aroma of diffuser doesn't break the fast. Smoking. Now you are putting something in. You're putting something in. That breaks the fast. Second-hand smoking without intentional inhaling. You stand by a person smoking in front of you, now you inhale it without the intention of inhaling it, then it doesn't break the fast. But if you do it with the intention, it's a different story. Inhalers and nebulizers, just oral and nasal, it breaks the fast. Are you with me? It breaks the fast. Why? Because there's droplets in it. There's droplets in it. And because of the droplets being in that thing, it reaches the body, the inside of the body, and it breaks the fast. Okay? But if it is normal gas, and there's no tangible item, like for example, we will come to this, we'll come to that masala, which normal gas, normal air, and you inhale it, doesn't break the fast. Okay? But this is tangible, this is a physical thing which is drops. which is in the nebulizer and in the inhalers. And when you inhale, then you're putting something foreign and some tangible thing in your mouth, and it goes down. And that's why the ulama say it breaks the fast. Humidified the fire doesn't break the fast. And here's the masala: concentrated oxygen without mess-based substance, and this is more like gas. You get that thingy that people inhale? Are you with me? This is more like gas, because this is not it's considered to be a non-substance. Are you with me? It doesn't have droplets in it. It's a normal gas. It's normal. It's considered to be like air. So if you inhale that, it does not break the fast. Okay? So the masala, basically, if you go back to our usul, or our rule, any tangible item, liquid, gas, a solid substance, if it goes through these 4 places, then it will break the fast. But if it doesn't have any solid substance, or it doesn't have droplets in it, then it does not break the fast, like in our case here. Vaporizer, mouth to lung, this will break the fast because of the droplets found in it. Okay? Because it's something tangible. Steaming. So you go into the steaming room, what happens? You're inhaling the droplets intentionally. So there's droplets all around, am I right? There's something tangible. So you're inhaling it in, and that will break the fast. In actual fact, it is haram to do that. Inhaling Vicks. So when you inhale the Vicks, you're not inhaling something tangible, am I right? You're basically inhaling the smell. Are you with me? So that don't break the fast. Nasal spray, nose drops. We said when anything goes through the nose, nasal spray or nose drops, it will break the fast and you will have to make qada of it. Let's go to the eye drops. Eye drops, does it break the fast? Nope. Why? Who can tell me why? Why doesn't it break the fast? Say again. I can't hear. Excellent. Why doesn't it break the fast? Because it's not one of the openings. The eyes is not considered to be an opening. If it enters here, and the private part, if it enters these places, then it will break the fast. Okay? Contact lenses, does it break the fast? Goes through the eye, to the eyes? No, it doesn't break the fast. Eardrops. Eardrops, if it goes into the ears, is the opening, is considered to be an opening, it breaks the fast. Just memorize the rule and then you will see how everything fits by the rule. Anything tangible reaches through the 4 openings. Here we can see suppositories. This word basically means if you take hoe kry jy die goede wat jy in jou rectum druk? Vir die piles en sulke goede, van al die goede. If you put something in, is it the opening? Did we say the private part is the opening? You said the private part is the opening. So if you put something in there, and last week we mentioned what is considered the place where you must go pass by. Anyone can remember? Anyone can remember? We mentioned last week, where must it pass by for it to break your fast? What's considered to be hadd batin? Anyone? We said when a person sits like this, anything that's apparent, that will be hadd zahir, that will be the outside. And anything that's not apparent, that will be the inside. Are you with me? So for example, if a male stinger or a female is stinger, they use their finger but they go only to the outside. Are you with me? That won't break the fast. But the moment you go to the inside, then it will break the fast. Okay? The moment it's when you insert it, then it will break the fast. So here you will insert these tablets. So it will break the fast because it will enter into a opening. Blood test, donating blood. Now you're extracting stuff. Alright? This does not break the fast. Okay? It's makruh. Why is it makruh? Like the same if you do hijama, cupping. The same, cupping, you're taking blood out, am I right? It's the same. So if you take blood out, it will weaken your body, and hence that's why it's makruh. But it does not break the fast. It's still permissible to do it. Okay? Blood transfusion, same ruling. It's makruh. Injections and vaccines. Remember, it's to do. Where do you do the injections? In your arms, other places. As long as it does not go here in, then it's okay. Insulin, dialysis, cupping, all these things. Some of these things you extract blood, and some of these things you put it in, and it will go within your blood or in your veins, but it does not go to your stomach. Are you with me? So these things will all be. It won't invalidate your fast, so your fast will still be intact. Okay? Nose bleeding, it won't break the fast. Gum bleed, but on the condition you should not swallow it. So if your gums are bleeding, it's okay. It's in the mouth. But the moment it goes by the makhraj of ha in the middle, then what will happen is it will break the fast. Okay? So then they will say also gum blood swallowed, and then it's a mixture of blood and it's done intentionally, it will break your fast. Right? All these will be the same. It will break your fast and you will have to do qada. Because now something foreign is going in, which is the blood that's supposed to be going in there. Okay? The using of the miswak, it will be makruh after midday. After midday it will be makruh. Toothpaste, if you brush your mouth without swallowing it, then it won't break your fast. Okay? It will also be the same like the miswak, makruh. However, if it is mouthwash and you do it unintentionally, because you are causing that and it goes down unintentionally, you never intended to let it go down, but because of you gongling and doing that action and it goes down, it will break the fast. Okay? You are the one that done the action. In dental treatment, where you extract your teeth, your tooth, it does not break the fast. If you clean your mouth also, dental cleaning does not break the fast. However, there's a great possibility of you swallowing that water. You know, it's a mission if they do that to you. So there's a great possibility of you swallowing the water. The condition is you mustn't swallow the water. Are you with me? So how much guarantee do you have that you won't swallow the water? So it's better for you to avoid it, inshallah, and do it afterwards, inshallah. COVID test. So no substance is entering your brains. Are you with me? So you're just putting it in and taking it out. Are you with me? So that won't break the fast. So you're just putting it in. It must be dry. The moment it is something which has a wet substance in it, then it's going to be a different case. But here's something dry. You're not putting something in that go into your brain or something, passes the place where it's supposed to go. So you're just putting it and go out. That don't break the fast. Acupuncture, where you put needles on your body, does not break the fast. Vomiting unintentionally and not swallowed. So you vomit unintentionally. And it happened that you swallowed the vomit. Then your fast break. Are you with me? Now you vomit unintentionally and you ensure that everything comes out, your fast don't break. Okay? But if you vomit intentionally and it's a mouthful, then your fast will break and it is haram for you to do that. When you put your finger down or you make yourself to vomit, your fast will break. Shower and swimming, it won't break the fast, but you have to ensure that no water goes into the openings and past the openings. Hayd and nifas will break the fast. And in extra fiqh, it's haram for a female to fast while she's in her menstruation. Inserting dry kursuf, cotton, into the private part. So you insert something in the private part, which is dry cotton, it will break the fast. Use a tampon, it will break the fast. Cutting hair and clipping the nails, it won't break the fast. Hand sanitizer, body cream and lotion, it does not break the fast. Backbiting, swearing, it does not break the fast. However, it is haram to do so. Talking about certain people behind their back, it is haram. There is certain occasions that our ulama permits talking about someone behind his back, and if it's truthful. Are you with me? Let me give you a scenario. So a person comes to you and says, Sheikh, my daughter wants to get married to that boy. Are you with me? My daughter wants to get married to that boy. Can you tell me something about the boy? What do you know about the boy? And you know that this boy is a gangster, is abusing drugs and stuff like that. You should not keep this information away from the person. In this case, it is recommendable and it is in extra fact good for you to inform the person that's asking you and not hide the information that you have. Because why? You can cause this person's daughter's life, you can change her life into the bad. Are you with me? And that's why some ulama say certain places you must talk the truth, even if it's something that this won't be considered to be backbiting, but outwardly it looks like it's backbiting, but in reality you are talking the truth and you are trying to inform someone. In the same manner, when you go to the court, and they ask you about the person, no, you can't say, no, I can't backbite, I can't talk behind. No, you must give the truth in front of the qadi, am I right? In front of the hakim. It's very important. Khair? So these things won't break the fast, but it is haram. Apostasy, when a person becomes a murtad, so his fast will be invalid and he will have to make qada of that fast. Madness, when a person becomes mad for 5 minutes during the day, or 10 minutes, or 20 minutes, becomes a mad person during the day, then it will break the fast. Applying gel or oil on the hair, is there any opening there? Is there any opening on the head? So it won't break the fast. Discharge of muddy, it won't break the fast. Chewing gum, that will obviously be breaking the fast because you're swallowing the taste of it. And this enema, I don't know how you pronounce this word, but it is a liquid form that you also put in the private part. Are you with me? It's a liquid form that you put in the private part. So this, anything that goes to the private part, whether it is a solid substance, whether it's a liquid substance, when it go in, and then it will break the fast. Inhaling dust of the road unintentionally, it will break the fast. When a person goes and inhale it, then it will be a different story, inshallah. Spraying doesn't break the fast. Applying nail polish, it does not break the fast. Khair? So the rule is, our general rule is, if you look through all these information, everything here, وصول العين وإن قلت, any tangible thing reaches or goes through the mouth, the nose, the ears, or private part, when it goes through there and it goes past the hadd al-batin, it goes past the place where I explained, like the makhraj of ha, then it will break the fast. And if it's something else and it does not pass through these places, for example, injections and all these things, it won't break the fast. Khair, inshallah. Is that clear? Is that clear? So now, for example, the isma pump. So there's something tangible in it, am I right? It's medicine and it's something solid, something tangible in it. So a majority of the scholars say that because of that reason, it breaks the fast. Khair? But there is scholars. There's to make it easy for the people, and the person is a chronic person, and they will say, okay, it won't break the fast on certain conditions. Okay? But generally, it breaks the fast. Okay? Because of our qa'idah and our rule. Is there any questions with regards to that? Injections. What about it? Then, and it goes to the digestive system, and it goes into the digestive system, then it will break the fast. When it's something solid for your body, and it goes into the digestive system, then that will break the fast. Okay? Understand? That's now something extra to the rule. When it's, as you mentioned, it's something to feed you basically. So in the month of Ramadan is to avoid and prevent the feeding itself. Are you with me? So when you do something like that, then it will break the fast. Okay? Any other questions before we go on with the book, inshallah? I think we only have 2 weeks left before Ramadan, and I wanted to keep the last week for i'tikaf, inshallah. Okay, so can we go through the book, inshallah, and just try to I'm not going to say I'm going to run through it, but try to do, inshallah, what we can do, because I would like to do i'tikaf, inshallah. Okay? But don't we have any questions based on our document here in front of us? Is everything clear? What breaks the fast and what does not break the fast? Our principle is any tangible thing goes through the mouth, nose, ears, private part, will break. A person doesn't do it forgetfully and out of ignorance. If it's done forgetfully or out of ignorance, then it won't break the fast. These 2 conditions need to be kept in mind. Khair. Khair, inshallah. Arkanuhu thalathatu ashya, page 106. The integrals of fasting of Ramadan are 3. To make an intention at night for each day of Farad fast. So we mentioned that in the Shafi'i madhab, you must make your intention at night. Are you with me? In every day you need to make an intention. Every day. That's a Shafi'i madhab. Are you with me? And we mentioned last week, the best way will be, you still make every night your intention, but if you make the intention according to the Maliki madhab, in the beginning of the month of Ramadan, that I make my intention for the whole month of Ramadan, it's okay. Then you are safe from this. Did I make my intention? Because intention is very important. If you don't make your intention, then your fast is not accepted. Before Fajr. Okay? So you must make your intention. However, some ulama say, if you wake up and you missed your intention, then you can follow the Hanafi madhab also. So there's some leniency, alhamdulillah. The Hanafi madhab say, you can make your intention after Fajr. Okay? So you wake up, you say, "That is a Hanafi, inshallah." Hanafi madhab. So if it's difficulty, if there is difficulty, then we do so, inshallah. Number 2 is to refrain from intentionally doing things which break the fast for the one who is conscious of his fast and is not ignorant. There we go again. If it's unintentionally or out of ignorance, then it doesn't break the fast. The fasting person himself. Okay, then we go to the next section, inshallah. ويجب مع القضاء للصوم الكفارة العظمى والتعزير. Major kafara and specified punishment are compulsory together with making up the fast for he who breaks his fast of Ramadan a complete day by having complete intercourse in which he becomes a sinner in his fast. So this is very important. So you have sexual intercourse. So the qadi, the ruler of the Islamic State, he needs to give the person a specific punishment. Are you with me? And the person needs to do what? He must give kafara. Okay? So a person must give kafara. And he have to make up the fast. This will only be when he have intercourse. If a person, he breaks his fast by drinking water and then he have intercourse in the month of Ramadan during the day, he does not pay kafara. He does not pay kafara. You break your fast with sexual intercourse, then you will have to pay kafara. Khair? And for every day, if you do intercourse, and you break your fast with intercourse, for every day you will have to pay a specific kafara. Khair? Not, I do it today, and then I do it again next week, and then so 4 or 5 times in the month of Ramadan, I'm going to pay only one kafara. No. For every fast, for every day of fast, you must give a kafara. Khair? So if a person have a relationship with his wife and he breaks his fast every day, so for 30 days, you have to pay kafara. So you either have to pay, or you have to free 30 Muslim slaves. If not, you have to fast. I can't count. How many days? 900 days you have to fast consecutively. This is just to make it for us as a warning, don't do it. Khair? And if you can't, then you must feed 60 poor people that is eligible for zakat. Khair. And then we go to the next, inshallah. I will try to run through this. There are 6 situations in which it is compulsory for one to abstain from things which break the fast and also necessitate the making up of that fast later. So what happened is, if a person does something in the month of Ramadan, so it is compulsory for him to stay away from anything which breaks fast. So meaning, he is not fasting, but he have to act like a fasting person. Are you with me? So whatever a fasting person is doing, he have to do. Whatever a fasting person abstaining from, he also have to abstain from. But yet he's not fasting, so he will abstain from eating and drinking. He will act like a fasting person for that day, but he still have to make qada of that day. Who are these people? There are 6. Breaking his fast with a wrong act from his side in the month of Ramadan only. So if a person breaks his fast in the month of Ramadan, he's eating, he done something, he drank intentionally. So he broke his fast. He have to, what you have to do is, you have to stay away from drinking afterwards. You have to act like a normal fasting person, but you have to make qada of that fast again. Khair? It's the first one. The second one, one who omits the intention at night for the farad fast. And as I mentioned, there is some ways out for us. So a person who forgets, or not forget, he leaves out the fast at night, and then he wake up for Fajr, he leaves out the intention mark, and he wakes up for Fajr, he didn't make the intention, then he, Shafi madhab, I'm talking about Shafi madhab, are you with me? Without the taking of a different madhab. The ruling is, this person must act like a fasting person the whole day, but he have to make qada of that fast inshallah. Okay? However, as mentioned, switch to if it's easy for you and you find it difficult, if you can't do it, you stick to your madhab. But if you cannot do it, then you can go to the Hanafi madhab, where you can make your intention after Fajr. Okay? Upon one who has suhoor, he has the meal thinking that the night still remains, but it was not so. So here, what happened to this person? I eat liquor, and he's thinking while he's eating, he's in his house, while he's eating, he think, wait, it's not yet Fajr. But then he realized, yeah, it's Fajr. And he ate after Fajr. This person, what he have to do is, he have to refrain from whatever a fasting person refrains from, but he has to make the day, he have to pay in the day afterwards. Okay? So he will act like, it's compulsory for him to act like a fasting person. Okay? Because here they say, وَيَجِبُ مَعَ الْقَضَاءِ لِلصَّوْمِ وَيَجِبُ مَعَ الْقَضَاءِ الْإِمْسَاكِ. They say it's compulsory for you to act like a fasting person. Number 4, upon one who breaks the fast thinking that the sun has set, but it was not so. So, die persoon is baie honger, hy kyk aan en hy dink, oh, is Maghrib. En nou eet hy en hy realize, yeah, is nog nie Maghrib nie. So, for that few days, you have to, for that few minutes, you have to fast, you have to abstain from things which break the fast, and you have to pay in the day afterwards, inshallah. So, it's very good to hasten to break your fast, am I right? In actual fact, it's sunnah to do it so. It's a sunnah, but you should only hasten to break your fast when it's established that Maghrib is in. Are you with me? When it's established that Maghrib is in. You cannot hasten to break your fast when there is no establishment of Maghrib being in. Okay? Upon one who has reckoned the 30th of Sha'ban to be the first of Ramadan. So it happened. The person, he على من بان له يوم 30, the 30th day, it happens that he, during the day, he woke up and he ate. Am I right? But now he say, Ya Rabbi Salim, the moon was sighted last night. Are you with me? According to him, it's the 30th of Sha'ban, but it's in actual fact the first of Ramadan. But according to him, he didn't know it's the first of Ramadan. So what must he do? He must abstain from things which break the fast. So he must act like a fasting person, but he has to pay in the day after Ramadan. Khair? And then we have the last one is upon one who was excessive in gargling and in putting water into the nostrils, to such an extent that the water goes down the throat. So the person is gargling, he goes out of his way. So in Ramadan, you shouldn't gargle because of so just rinse your mouth. So he goes out of his way, mubalagha, he makes it excessive, and the water goes down, and he realizes the water goes down, he acts like a fasting person, but he has to make qadha of that day afterwards. Khair? So in these 6 scenarios, the person have to make qadha, inshallah. We just do the last chapter, inshallah, then we will be done, inshallah. Fasting is nullified with apostasy. When a person becomes a murtad, his fasting is nullified. Menstruation, if a person it happens that a female, Maghrib Adhan, 6 o'clock, 5 to 6, a menstruation came. That day, a whole fast will be nullified, and she will have to make qadha of that specific day. Postnatal bleeding, childbirth, insanity, even for a moment, if a person becomes mad for 1 second, all these things break the fast. Unconsciousness and unlawful intoxicants, if they last for the entire day. So if a person becomes unconscious, but if he becomes unconscious for a few seconds, then it's okay. But if it's for the entire day, it's going to be a problem, then it will break the fast. But if it's for a few seconds, hy val om en hy skrik weer wakker, no problem. His fast is intact, inshallah. And then next week, inshallah, we will do the last of the chapter of fasting, and then we will go to Kitab al-I'tikaf, inshallah. Any questions before we conclude, inshallah? Any questions? From our female side, no questions? Inshallah, so it's almost at the end time, inshallah. Just the nutshell, inshallah, of what we discussed tonight is if anything goes through the four openings and it's something tangible, something physical, it goes through the four openings, then it breaks the fast. What's the four openings? The mouth, the nose, the ears, and the private parts. If it goes there through, then it breaks the fast. Are you with me? If it goes through the skin, it does not break the fast. Okay? Like we have injections, it goes through the skin, it won't break the fast. If it goes through the eyes, it won't break the fast. Only four, which is the ears, the mouth, the nose, and the private parts. Okay? It must be something tangible, it must be something solid, or if it's droplets, liquid, whatever it is, if it goes in, it will break the fast. And all these masail which we discussed tonight, it's based on this principle. Okay? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq, inshallah. Wa akhiru da'wana, alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.